who in 2021 do you still believe is being petty down to the social media with the cattiness and not supporting each other?
I would say all of them.
Everybody go. Everybody go. Everybody go. Everybody go. Everybody go. Everybody go. Everybody go.
What's going on, everybody? Come on in the room. Ooh. You know, one thing about having black hair, and when I say black hair, I am referring to hair of the black African descent. This bitch does what the hell she wants to do. Sometimes I feel like I'm bald head. Sometimes I feel like I got long hair. Like, to show y'all, let me show y'all. Hold on. I don't even know how to, and it's shrinkage, but it's just like, girl, whatever. I just want her to just do the right thing like Spike Lee. Anyways, what is going on, everybody? Class is starting early today. My name is Oliver Twixt, the head nerd in charge, your nerd boy cutie, reporting for duty, here to do the Lord's work once again. And today we have the blessing, the opportunity of a fucking lifetime to talk to Sara from Cycle 2 of America's Next Top Model. I am so freaking excited to talk to her because, one, Sara and I were supposed to talk a very long time ago. But child, that was back then. I was doing that goddamn WeTV show. I was still doing Chasing Atlanta. I had a boyfriend, a dog, a family. Girl, it was just so much going on, and I think I overslept. Maybe I forgot. I'm not too sure. And then two, a lot of you guys had so many questions for Sara post America's Next Top Model that I thought to be like so freaking interesting that she has already said she's open to talk about today on this chat. So without further ado, let's bring the beauty Sara herself into the classroom so we can get into the things. Hey! Hi!
What's good?
How are you?
I'm good. Wait, hold on, babe. We got it. How are you?
I'm doing freaking amazing.
Good.
Yes.
You're amazing. Let me tell you. You're doing your thing.
Oh, thank you.
I'm proud of you. Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I love you already because I don't know if you know, but black and white are my favorite color combinations. And your background is black and white. And another thing, I love mixing like textures and patterns and like making them go together. And I see like a little Dalmatian, what is that? Journal book with stripes and all the other stuff. I
get it. Yeah. So this is, I don't know if we started our own gym. I launched Athletus back in New York, my apparel line. Yeah. And it's all retro. So if you know, it was just bold black and white, you know, animal prints, like geometric shapes. And my poor husband's in here just laughing at me right now. Yeah. I got to send you some stuff.
That is so my style. Tyra, we bind you. Don't come in here with the shit today.
I don't know.
Tyra, we bind you. We bind you for doing harm to our Wi-Fi. Is she back? She's back.
I'm back. I said, we paid our bill, right, babe?
I know that's right. But no, that is so my style. Retro, my style. Yeah. Animal prints, my style. Yes. Black and white, my style. Athletic wear, my style. And I don't go a day in the gym, but I'm always wearing a sweat, a jogger, a zip up something. I love it.
All right, so you're gonna send me your address and your sizes, and it's a wrap. I'm sending you stuff.
It's up and it's stuck. Let me do it right now before I forget.
Okay. You're so cute, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I look crazy right now. I got the little bit of extra hair in, but it's gonna pop out. Okay. It's still that you still have that little bit of narcissism even after you leave the industry. Right.
Really? Wait, you're still not modeling?
No. We moved. I quit
well,
modeling maybe like a year after I gave birth to my son. I was tired, and I had started my own company. So I do photography, and so all of a sudden I'm booking models, I'm designing, I'm making line sheets, I'm doing photography for my line, and I just fell in love with it. Where I was like, okay, I'm done being in front of the camera. You know, I want to showcase. I love being creative. I love directing. I love doing all that kind of designing. So yeah, it kind of just, I still act. I act stupid. I love it. My husband makes fun of me all the time, but yeah.
Yes. Can we see your husband?
Husband, come here, please. Do you want to take your shirt off?
Yes. Take the shirt
Yes, you do
off.
want to take your shirt off.
Shirt off. Shirt
My man is hot.
What's going on, man? You good, Shay?
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
Good to see you, man.
Nice to see you too. Everyone
Yeah.
say hello.
What's up, y'all?
He's a great
Yes.
Okay, bye.
All right, it's about me.
Sarah, you still look the same.
No, thank you. This is, my mom's gonna slap me because I always say no. Look at this.
Girl, ain't nobody thinking about that. Ain't nobody thinking about that.
I wake
We
up
don't see
and
that.
I'm like, my neck is, just wait. It's, and you got this, and you got the gray hairs right here. So I'm keeping it real.
I didn't see any of that. You look.
God bless you.
You look amazing. What is your secret?
I'm half Persian. I don't know.
Okay.
my grandmother, my mom, and they taught me at a very young age about skincare. Like when I was like my son's age. So I learned all about making sure your skin is right. You don't, bake in the sun, but I did. Doing all that stuff, drinking lots of water. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Maybe God is good. I don't know, but thank you.
Good. That's good. Yo, you're so welcome. Sarah, tell the people how many times we were supposed to do this.
Oh my gosh. I was like changing the calendar. No, I get it though. I saw that you had your own show, and then I completely understand, because then we're running our business right now. And so I was like, okay, because we got shut down for COVID for like half a year. So we're like rebuilding this back up. But no, I think like only twice. It's okay.
It feels like 5 times maybe.
I know. And I'm seeing online all the girls that you're interviewing. I'm like, hold up. I'm starting to get a little jealous. Like, wait, I need to tell my story.
Yes. Well, we are here. We are here.
Okay.
So, tell us, let's kick it off.
Okay.
With you answering, what made you audition for America's Next Top Model? Because you auditioned on cycle 2 early on. It wasn't like you had a bunch of cycles to watch and, people to look up to. You were a part of the inaugural group of girls who went on Top Model. What made you want to do it?
I always say I'm a veteran. All my friends at the time, I played sports. And so, like, I would come home from practice and turn on season 1 religiously. And then all my friends were like, you need to audition. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like, no, you're crazy. So my ex at the time, he was like, here's my this is how old I am, that the little handheld like video recorder, turned it around, and I just sat there and I made I sounded moronic, but I just made this videotape because you could audition and send it in as opposed to going to open calls. And then they came to Seattle, where I'm originally from, and they said, we loved your tape. You're going to the front of the line. And it just took me back, like, wait, I'm making it this far. I didn't really want to, I wanted to do it, but I didn't expect too much from it. And then from there, you got selected out of like, I don't know, 20,000 something girls to go to LA to find out if you're crazy. They do the psychological test. You can't talk to anybody. I won't say names, but there were some girls that were crazy. And I was like, she probably shouldn't be on the show. But then shut up, I'm not crazy. And then he's making side comments.
No, we love it. I love.
But then and then from there, they tried to play it like I didn't make it. What is going on, babe? Okay, they try to play it like I didn't make the show. So you had to have like somebody who signs like a $5 million confidentiality agreement. that's gonna know that you made it or didn't. And I was in the movie theater and I got the call and they're just like, well, we love you, but you know, X, Y, and Z. But by the way, you made it. So I'm screaming. So I auditioned because I just really wanted to see if I could get on the show. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Babe.
Okay.
Our internet's out.
Tyra, we bind you from doing harm to yourself, harm to
Oh,
others,
Lord
harm to our Wi-Fi. Tyra, we bind you from doing harm. It's Tyra, we bind you from doing harm to yourself,
You're a
harm to
circle.
others, and harm to our Wi-Fi. Is she back? You're back. You're back.
It's sabotaging me right now. So no, I'm sorry. I think something like exploded in here or something like that. But no, I made it, and I wasn't expecting. I know it just popped. So I'm sorry that it's doing this right now. But anyways, it was beyond my comprehension that I was gonna make it onto the show, and it was, yeah. But I've always, I was, I'm gonna tell you something. I was like 11, 12 years old. I would literally, this is why Tyra and I really connected. I don't know, we still talk. And I was so informed on Sports Illustrated. Like, I knew Julie Campbell. She was the first editor-in-chief. I knew Vendela. I knew Stacey Williams. I knew all the old heads. And Tyra, I remember talking to her, like, on the side during one of the tapings, and she just kind of was like, wait, who are you? I didn't know these girls, because I was, 15, going to the store and buying Sports Illustrated, at a young age. Because I felt like, not that I look like those girls in terms of beauty, but I was so advanced in development. I was teased beyond belief. Like, my mom took me out of school. I mean, I had size 10 feet. My boobs are like a double D. It was just embarrassing. And I was half, and people say, are you adopted? Your mom's white. You're so much darker. I mean, it was just really bad. Your dad's a terrorist. It was great. So, but I saw these girls that are so ethnically different and beautiful and full figure, and they weren't stick figures. And I just like honed in on that. So yeah, Tyra, I think she was really surprised that this young girl knew so much about the old school Sports Illustrated stuff. I don't know how I started talking about that, but
Tyra has always loved the educated girl who's educated in modeling.
Yeah.
She's always loved the girl who knows her stuff.
Yeah, she does. And and because she's such a strong businesswoman that she knows what will fit and won't fit. And even when we were shut down, I talked to her and I was like, look, you're a brilliant businesswoman. And she took the time to write me like 4 pages worth of advice of what we could do. Yeah, it was so beautiful.
Really?
She's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. So you interviewed her, right?
She called me.
Okay.
She
That's
called
awesome.
me. Yeah, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
That's dope.
You know what? I honestly feel like one of y'all, like, oh, Tyra called me. I'm going to the house.
You made it.
Black ass out the first. She's like, get this bitch out of here. This bitch is crazy.
No, she's the truth. Like, she doesn't do anything she doesn't want to do. So yeah. That's
what I've heard. That is something I've heard. That's not my first, second, or third time hearing that she only does what she wants to do when she feels like doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
So, speaking of getting a phone call from Tyra and making it into the house, do you remember what you saw when you flew out to where set was? And you guys filmed in New York City, right?
So yeah, we were in New York, and they had the buses pick us up separately, and like we were like lumped into groups. And I was about to throw up because it was just so new to me. We had these battery, you get mic'd up. I'd never done that. They strap it to your waist really tight. And I think I started having a panic attack because I was away from home. I had all these new girls around me. I don't know what we were doing. It was all thrown in at once. And I literally thought I was going to pass out, like, take this off of me. And then we got, our first thing was straight to the Intrepid to do the fashion show for the, but when we, we saw our digs and everything, oh my God, those girls are crazy. I mean, it just brings me back to that
Tell
moment.
us, talk to us. What are you remembering?
It's so crazy that people, it's just, it was like, I never lived with girls like that before. And it was legit. I was in a sorority and I didn't know what to expect. And it was all different types of ages, different backgrounds. And I come from a certain, you know, where I grew up. And it was kind of hard to adjust. And I'm like, my mom was, when she watched the show, she's like, that's my daughter. If you see in the first couple episodes, I'm in the background. You didn't know I exist. I'm kind of just watching people. And that's how I've been my entire life since like kindergarten. I sit back and I observe, not because I'm a loner, not because I want to know who you are. I'm not going to go make friends with you if I don't assess you first. Is that, you understand? Like, I want to know your character. I want to know who you are. And then I kind of like, I remember Ziamara coming up to me and saying, do you hate me? Are you mad at me? I was like, I've known you for 5 minutes. I know nothing. No, I can't. No, I'm figuring you guys all out. Like, I'm not going to be your BFF right now. So that's kind of how it went down. I warmed up, and I, you know, there's certain people that I clicked with more than others, but Mercedes, April, Janasha came from Washington too, Seattle. So, but
I just saw Janasha about a month ago in person.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
I went to Seattle and I went to her barbecue spot.
Okay.
You know what? I have this is jogged my memory. I have a whole vlog of me in Seattle, and a part of the footage when you guys watch it, Janasha gives me the wrong address.
What? Janasha.
So I'm in Seattle, like, where am I? What's going on? All the cars are like stopping and looking, literally stopping and looking at me because I'm walking up looking like this.
Okay.
They're like, what is he? He's not from here. And I'm like, Janasha, I'm outside. She's like, no, you're not outside. I'm like, yes, I am. She's like, oh my God, we're actually down the street. I said, Janasha, 20 years later, girl, you still can't get it right.
That's well, she just had a baby, no?
Yes, her baby is so pretty.
Yeah, I'm sure. She's
one of top 5 pretty babies I've ever seen in my life. That baby is just like, I just wanted to just do this to it and just.
Makes you want to have another one. Nope.
You know, I've never had any. Yeah. But I do like trying. I do like attempting to conceive them.
Yeah. I love you.
Yikes. So listen.
Tell me.
So, what do you also remember about like the producers? Did you see Tyra? Did you see the judges? Did you see like people moving around on set? Like, what did you see?
So, I think VH1 ran it a little bit. Babe, you gonna be okay with me talking about this?
I don't care.
Okay. So
Thank you, husband.
Mercedes and I, and even April, we got stir crazy because we made it towards the end. So, you know, you get locked up for a very long time in this little apartment, not little. And so we're just like, you know, the wall, you can't talk to production. Well, I'm a rebel. Like, you're not going to tell me, I'm bored. Like, we haven't seen guys besides on set. So I broke that wall, and I was just trying to get one of the camera guys to engage with me for a very long time. It was pretty funny where I got him to, I mean, nothing happened, but it was like, all right, he can't do this. You know, I think he might have gotten reprimanded, but where he was like in Italy coming up to my room and saying, I think I've fallen in love with you. And yeah, it's pretty funny. Then I was done. I mean, nobody judge me, please. I'm so sorry.
No, this is a judgment free zone.
But it was just because we were so bored, and I'm just like, I mean, he wasn't ugly, but it was just like, I mean, come on. And yeah, Janasha was my roommate in Italy. It was pretty funny. So yeah, that's literally what happened in terms of like, you know, we were just getting watched 24/7. So you had cameras up in every corner. I think Mercedes and I pretended that we were in a mental institution where we were like screaming against the wall. We were banging on the wall, like, let us out! Come on! You know, I was like making bets and bribing girls to run around naked. Like Heather, I was like, I'll give you $10 if you streak, butt naked around the house. She's 18 years old. I was like, I need entertainment. Let's go. What can I do? Let's get a camera guy fired. What are we doing? No, let's go. But
that is beautiful.
Yeah, that's about it.
Why I don't remember Janasha telling me she went to Italy.
Well, the girls that made it past a certain, so I got eliminated right before.
Right before. Mm-hmm.
But if you made it, so I went there, and Janasha, I think the last two girls who were eliminated who got to go on the Italy trip. So we weren't on air, but we were in Milan with everybody. But
Katie got eliminated before you, right?
Was Katie there?
I feel like Katie got eliminated before you.
I don't even know. I don't remember. I know Camille was there, but she had still been on. I don't remember. I just know Janasha and me were the two. Katie might have gone, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of your cast members, I'm going to do A&TM roll call where I name everyone who was cast on your cycle, and you're going to tell me the first thing that comes to your brain, good, bad, ugly, or different. Is Sarah ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. So the first name we have is Anna.
Ooh. First thing that comes to my mind, conviction.
Okay.
You know, whether you agree with it or not, she held to her convictions and did what she had to do. Yeah.
Whatever happened to her after the show? Like, what did she do after that?
I don't know. I don't think her and her husband were still together. I know she had a son. She talked about him all the time. That's a good question. I don't know.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to have to do some research to see where she is these days.
Yeah, you should get her.
Second is Bethany.
Ooh, boobies!
She got tits.
She had great Texas boobs. Shut up.
The next person is Heather.
Oh man, Insecure. Beautiful. Yikes. Insecure.
What makes you say that?
She was so young, and she was around a bunch of girls that I feel like may have had a little bit more confidence. I mean, we were all insecure. But she was just like, I feel like plucked out of something that she was not completely ready for. Criticism for her, she took it so, I mean, if we took it hard, she took it 100 times harder. I started to worry, like her weight and how she looked. And I mean, I know what you see on camera and what they, you know about editing, sometimes you're like, wait, that wasn't the whole story. There are times when I had private conversations with her where I'm like, look, you can't be like this in this industry. It's going to eat you alive. And I was still new to the industry, but I knew like the dangerous road it was going to take for someone, especially in the modeling industry where you're being told you need to lose weight. I've dealt with eating disorders. Like I mean, I'll tell you about that if you want to talk about it, but it was bad. Like I was emaciated when I got signed in New York. Where my agent, my modeling agency was like, get over here. You look bad. You're not this skinny, waif girl. You're the sexy, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, but Heather, yeah, beautiful, beautiful girl. But I think Insecure would be the first thing that comes to my mind when I hear her name. Okay.
Janasha.
Oh my gosh, she's hilarious. That girl can make me laugh until the cows come home. She is beyond funny.
She is still so beautiful.
So beautiful?
She is still beautiful. Still be like breathtaking beautiful. Like I was just looking at her. I was like, Janasha, like you're beautiful.
No, thing about Janasha, she has such striking features that you don't see because she has that mixture, and so you're just like, you kind of like size her up, like what? Where did this all come from? Because it's just so pretty, but it's a pretty that I don't see that often. You're just kind of like, that's a dope mixture. Like she's gorgeous. Yeah. And then with her personality where she had me on the floor laughing, and we were both from Seattle, we were both from Washington. Yeah, she's a cool girl.
Where were you in the whole mayhem episode 1 when she didn't wake up on time?
I was getting ready and I got into the van and I don't know. She was in my room and she just didn't wake up. I guess April had said something like she was going to wake everybody up. Look, it was our first shoot. We were all super nervous. We had to wake up like at the butt crack of dawn, and half of us were still asleep. It was Brent, and so I mean, I don't know what happened, but I look at me stumbling over my words like 25 minutes later, and I'm about to,
That's
should have
okay.
done it herself. No, somebody should have woken her up. I mean, if that was me and my girls, and then they didn't like slap me, I mean, I would have taken a slap. Shut up, take a slap and do something. So I get it. I get why she would have been upset. I'm all about personal responsibility. I was raised on that. Cyrus, chill. But it was, you know, I get it. Wake somebody up. Dump water on your head and keep it moving. Yeah.
The next person on the list is Xiomara.
Oh Lord, you know, can I use the same description? I would say very insecure. In all honesty, like very insecure. I don't think that, you know, she had body issues as well, and that's what kind of like, you know, I think we all did, but it was to another level. She didn't like. I don't feel like she liked a lot of the shoots she was supposed to do. I don't think she liked how she looked. When everybody was saying you're drop dead gorgeous, nobody looks like you. You're so stunning. You're so tall. You have an amazing body. It was, you know, my thighs are too big. My nose is too big. You know, it was just like, no. And she would, you're not my friend. I think she needed that camaraderie to like feel okay. Where some girls don't need that, like Camille. Like, I don't need to be friends with any of you. I'm here to win. And so some girls like felt like they needed to have a really strong friendship to keep them going. And I think she was one of them. So yeah, I would say the same thing with her as with Heather.
What did you think about when her and Katie got into it at panel and they were trying to argue over whether or not Katie was infringing on Xiomara's performance and Mr. J helping her at that hanging photo shoot? What were you thinking when all that happened?
So I was thinking that my crotch was bleeding because I had just been strapped. If you watch mine, I'm literally in tears because I'm like, this hurts. I am bleeding down there. You're cutting me. I'm dangling 100 feet. Get me out of here. I don't care what this thing looks like. I don't care what the picture looks like. So I missed all that until I saw playback. I didn't watch it. No, I literally was like, I can't have babies. You guys just made me not have babies. My vagina's bleeding.
Was it was it actually bleeding?
No, it had cut me, like, just because it was so tight. Yeah. So no, I wasn't worried about their drama. When I watched the playback,
on fire right now, y'all.
Sorry, but you just let it bleed because you're dangling 100 feet in the air. So just let it bleed. I'm being cut in some warehouse where there's dead rats everywhere. Let's go. Let's wrap it up. Come on, Jay. Okay. We got the shot. Let's go. All right. Yeah. So that's my take on it.
And so everyone, when they retell the story of that hanging photo shoot, they were like, there was nothing below you guys. Like,
no.
There was no net. There was no mattress. There was no nothing.
Like, who signed off on this insurance? Like, what is going on? Like, we were dead. I'm not even playing. Like, one slip of a rope not getting looped. You know, bye.
See you later.
Yeah. But you got the shot.
Dang it. Top model. What about Katie? Crying Katie.
Okay, so Katie, the first thing that comes to mind, it's been so long. I think I would say drama. I never, you know what's so funny? I never figured Katie out. I truly never kind of figured. You had so many people saying what they felt about her. She's full of it. This is all an act. She said she can act really well and like create a scene to get people to like, you know, do what she wants. And then the other side, I'm like, but she's really crying. She looks sad. She looks, you know, so it was kind of like, you know, torn between two different sides griping about her. But she was a little dramatic. Oh, they're going to watch this. Oh, well, I don't even care. I know. I mean, come on. It's like 100 years later. We've all moved on. I'll talk about that too. Like the hate that still happens amongst girls. So yeah, Katie drama.
You know what doesn't get enough credit from Top Model? That Tostitos commercial you guys did. That Tostitos commercial was kind of sickening.
What
you
happened
didn't like
to
it?
I mean,
people just don't talk about it. Like people just don't talk about it.
Yeah, that's so funny because I said the same thing. I was like, I forgot we did this because you don't ever see it in comments, playback, nobody. No, I don't know. It was sick. We were flying, we were doing acrobats, all that kind of stuff. So.
And Camille had that weird accent.
She needs to be a politician. Yeah, it's God bless. Is that who's next, Camille? Shut up.
Yeah, that's who's next, Camille. Camille is next. Oh my God. Oh, not Tostitos, Rolitos.
Rolitos. See, I don't even remember. I don't even know if they exist anymore. Camille. Who? She just goes and she is determined. That's a good word. Determined. And she will do whatever it takes to get what she wants. That's you got a different Camille every other day. I was like, were you from New York? You're from Jersey? You're this, you're that. Like, you went here, you went there. I love her. No, don't get me wrong. People are like, you're such a hater. Drop dead gorgeous. This girl is stunningly beautiful. And she knows it. So, I mean, but she's one of those business. I think what Camille does, I give her credit. She looked at Top Model 10 steps ahead of everybody else. So we were still trying to, she looked at Top Model as a leverage. If she wasn't going to win, how could you leverage it? Which is brilliant. Like, you do it. Like, my signature walk.
And this is going to make me famous.
I know. No, you're going to make me famous. And why shouldn't she? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your one opportunity. Do what you have to do. Some of the tactics that she used and kind of how she dealt with people. No, it's just personalities. I just didn't mesh with her personality. Oh, I'm on a ball. Excuse me. Okay.
I want to be on some balls.
I know. Well, this is a big gray one. That's yeah, it's just.
You know what? I've never said this out loud, but I'll go ahead and admit something I've never told anybody. I've spoken to Camille on the phone.
Okay.
Numerous of times.
Good.
Numerous of times.
She's in. Is she in Atlanta?
No, she's not in Atlanta.
Okay.
I think Camille is in New York City.
Okay.
And we've spoken. Like, I'll wake up at like the oddest hour on, let's just say on a Wednesday at 3:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I mean a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll have like 10 voice memos from Camille just talking, and I'm just like, oh my God. I can't wait to get her on here. I can't. You know what? I think she probably does.
No, she does.
I think when she first started talking to me, I think she was trying to fill me out to see like what my motives were. Like, I didn't know she thought I was trying to, like, I don't know, capitalize off of it. But I hopefully she just knows I'm just a nosy bitch that just got time on his hand that just likes talking to y'all, and it's become like a thing. Yeah. And like, you know, she's kind of warmed up to me. So hopefully I can convince her one day to like sit down, agree to do one with me, which I think she will eventually.
Oh yeah,
I think she will eventually.
I mean, she made a name for herself. But no, yeah, I mean, I hope that happens. For sure. Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. And her daughter is so beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Her daughter is so beautiful.
I know.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
I think we all made some pretty babies.
You have a baby? You do have a baby. I just heard a baby cry.
Oh, Cyrus, come here, please.
What? You say yes, Mom.
You say yes, Mom. Anyways, yeah, he's 5. He's starting kindergarten. He's cute.
Oh, congratulations. Oh. Is he coming?
No, he's a stubborn little SOB. And I'm over it. Go to school. Yeah. I love him to death. He's my everything. But no, he drives me insane.
Oh, next on our list is April.
Oh, my gosh. April. Oh, April is, what's a good word for April? I think April is resilient. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I can say a bunch of things about April. April is so focused too. I say the time, but she is so focused and she's so smart. Like, I'll keep it real. I didn't even know. I mean, she's so smart. She was in the corporate world before Top Model. So she was like, I was like, you had a business suit on and you were carrying like folders, walking in hallways, elevators. Like, who does that? and she was my age, and I'm sitting here like tanning on the beach, not doing anything, working at like some crazy like marketing job. No, she's so focused. I love April. Another beautiful woman that I love her. I love her. But I love her. Okay, so when we talk about something else, we'll get to that. Just how, next. It's kind of
what
how,
is it?
It's like with everything, it's so funny to me, like as the years and the decades have gone by since season 2, you just notice like all these different, there are so many girls that still take this as a competition. And it's like, you can't be friends. Like, it's like, you can't, like, girl power my fucking ass. Like, there's none of that. No, seriously. I tell my husband, I was like, what happened to girl power? Like, girls supporting girls, women supporting women. Like, what's going on here? And you see this level of kind of like snide, like, it's so juvenile with social media because we were around our shows way before social media. That's why I don't have many followers. But, you just use this like level of competition where I'm not going to be friends with her on social media. I'm not going to like any of her stuff. It's insane to me. It's insane. So, I mean, that's the kind of
I'm curious to know.
I'm curious. Huh?
I'm curious to know who you're talking about, but I'm going to just keep asking it.
Okay,
the next person on our list is Shandy.
Oh, wow. Shandy is, I would say Shandy's like a diamond. Like, the casting people who casted her, wow, you knew what you were doing because I saw all that. And yeah, I feel like Shandy's just like a diamond, like just, you got to polish it. And she literally, when we did the makeovers and she came back in the room, this is all authentic. It's not like I'm just like this was real. Like my reaction was like, who are you? But her backstory, it makes you appreciate it even more. So when that's another thing. It's like when people's, we just look at the surface. We just look at, oh, she's so pretty. She's fat. She's skinny.
Yeah, that's
she's
correct.
Persian. She's black. She's Asian. She's white. And you get to know the person and like, I was in an abusive relationship. My family disowned me. You hear their stories. It makes you really appreciate their beauty even more. She, like, what she had to go through, I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. I mean, I'm so close to my mom. It's sick. Like, that's my best friend. I call her before anybody. And to know that you can't have that, especially a young woman, that did really, I remember that really broke my heart. I almost felt guilty. That's another thing. I almost felt guilty when Mercedes and I got our moms on the show. Because I didn't want to flaunt that in Shandy's face. I remember thinking, I never talked about that, but I just kind of felt a little bit like, I don't want to make her feel bad.
Feel bad.
My mom's here, so yeah. No, Shandy's a diamond, man.
I love Shandy. I just called her maybe 2 weeks ago, and I just love. Anytime I'm just down, I just call Shandy because Shandy's gonna make me laugh. She's gonna make me cackle. She's gonna make me cry just a little bit. She's so amazing.
She's another one that's just funny. You wouldn't expect it, and you're just like, I'm crying laughing right now. Like, hilarious. Yeah. She gives 0 Fs. So
next on the list is Mercedes.
Oh, I love Mercedes. Mercedes, besides her being beautiful, she's a fighter. I learned more about, it has nothing to do with her, having lupus. And I know she probably doesn't like to dwell on that. But again, like I said, when you learn about somebody's backstory, you appreciate them more. So Mercedes and I got really close after the show. I was in LA. I was staying with her for a little bit. Then we were out in New York a few times and we kind of became close, kind of separated, as the years went on. But she is just so genuinely sweet. And that's really Mercedes. Like it's not, unless she's crazy behind closed doors and like, I don't know, the whole other person comes out, but she is generally a sweet, sweet girl who, it make you want to be around that if you're not in a good mood, and she would always, she called me Sara. And PR was like, why did she say your name like that? I was like, she's from the East Coast. That's how they talk. It's Sara. So I just remember that.
Last but not least, Yoanna House.
Oh, Yoanna. I knew she was gonna win.
Really?
Oh yeah, I knew she was gonna win in the Sephora competition. I even said it to a few girls on the side. I was like, she won. I was like, I'm telling you right now, she won. I forget who I told, because I remember I was like, she had the face, and I just saw how the judges and how even Sephora, who was the sponsor of the season, was just like, whoo. I'm like, look, it's a business. Like they want somebody who's going to represent their brand. They're, you know, it's not just top model. You have all these different. And I remember I was like, I was like, I guarantee you, Yoanna's gonna win this whole thing. So, lo and behold, she did. Yoanna's, she is eclectic. I mean, she's just, she's an interesting person to get to know. You know, we didn't hit it off right away because I was kind of like, what's going on with her? But it was just her personality. She was more of an introvert. She's kind of like me. She assessed a lot of people, but very kind, wanted the best for people. She really went out of her way. And her, of course, her face was, I mean, she's just got that face. I mean, she's stunning. So, yeah, but I knew, I mean, look at me. I knew she was going to win, for sure. Even when I was standing up next to her, I was like, I got to go up against Yoanna. I already predicted she's going to win the whole thing. I was like, I know that she's going to call my name. Or not call my name. But, yeah.
So now that I've gotten through all the girls, I want to know who in 2021 do you still believe is being petty down to the social media with the cattiness and not supporting each other?
I would say all of them.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, some of the girls I think don't even participate. Like the girls that were off early on, it's like Heather. Yeah, I don't know Kate. I don't see Katie. Yeah, Bethany, all them. I don't know where they're at right now. But the other girls, like from me up. Oh no, it's like besides April, I think we follow each other. But it's just like nobody. There's nothing. I follow more girls from other seasons and I have a better relationship with other girls than I do girls on my own season. And I laugh. And I've told him this. I'm like, I don't care. I look at it as I'm 100 years old in this show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a veteran. You should be past this part by now. Like, Tyra's not walking into our rooms and is not going to, like, scold us and kick us off something. Like, chill with the hate vibes, because I'm proud you're doing this. I'm proud you're doing this. You know, that's how I think. Like, go get it. But it's just, it's funny. I've been saying that for a while, right, Pierre? But for a while.
You know, it's something about y'all cycle 2 girls that I just don't understand. After 20 years, what is going on? What is going on with y'all?
I'm like,
y'all gonna get it together one day, though.
You know what? I would love to do like a reunion show where I could just be like, you know, everybody just kind of hashes it all out. Because I don't understand it. It's just kind of like, it's this level of, I still got to compete with them. If she's doing, you know, it's how I read it. It's still this like competition. Yoanna
kind of said a similar thing to that. She kind of said something similar to that, where she feels the same thing too.
I'm not crazy.
She kind of said that too.
It's real though.
You know what? I'm putting
like 50 years old.
I'm putting this out into the universe. Tyra Banks, because I know you listen, girl. I know the girls go back and tell you, and I know you secretly watch me from time to time. We're approaching the 20-year anniversary of ANTM. Because you guys came out in 2003, right? Or 2004?
Well, we filmed in 2003. Our season came out in 2004.
2004.
Yeah.
So we won't start celebrating 20-year anniversaries until 2023. Every year we need to get the cycle all back together. Let me host the reunion and ask all the questions and make everybody kiss.
Let's go. Yes. Let's do it.
The cycle 2 one is the one I want to. That's the one I want to see, because
there is probably there's so much drama that probably never was like finished, after all these years that like I can see it just exploding, that people have held in for so long. And you think, wow, 20 years, that's crazy. You guys need mental health. What's wrong with you? But I know that there's drama that you're like, because people always said to me, why were you so quiet? I was like, I wasn't. I got gully real fast. Like and they wanted to, editing, they edited me to be more like laid back, chill, a little, make a little comment here or there. But no, I mean, there were times where I was not having it. But I think you know all about that. You know how they edit different stuff. But yeah, that was great. Yeah, I think you should do that. I think Tyra should do that. You should do it.
Yes, she should. She will. That lady likes money. She likes money. And she likes being seen. She gonna do it. Okay, let's turn our eyes to the judges and the on-screen talent, beginning with Mrs. J, the runway coach.
Oh my gosh. I never seen a prettier man in my life. Wait, Miss J, Manuel, Miss J, both. So I never seen a pretty man. J Manuel, J, it was 2 J's. He's fierce. Like it's like he literally taught me how to walk. Period. And that's a fact. Like he even took me off to the side. I remember because I was struggling and these were just plopping up and down, and that's real. And I didn't know how to control the stripper pole thing was real because I did not know how to not bounce. And so he really showed me. He's like, look, you have something here. You have a career. I'm just telling you. I don't tell everybody that. And he really worked with me. I practiced a lot, but no, he needs. I don't know if he's written a book. Do you know if he has? But he needs to write a book of his story.
I believe so. I believe he has written a book.
Okay, because it's fast. I mean, even like a movie, a mini docu, like it's fascinating. His childhood to where he came from and what he's doing now, and yeah. So no, he's amazing. He's amazing. I saw him in Fashion Week a few times too.
Oh,
in New York,
yeah. I mean,
of course.
Yeah, Mama is always out. She's always out and about.
Yeah. And Jay.
What about Mr. J? What about him? Tell us about him.
He does not hold back. I love him. He's so honest. I mean, honest. Like, so you got a mustache. You need to take care of that. It's you cannot. You I know you're Persian, but you gotta wax this, or my makeup's just gonna like fill in. He's so honest. He again is somebody who taught. Like a lot of us came into the show like so green. Like we knew nothing. I didn't. I mean, I played sports. So I wasn't applying makeup every day. I didn't know how to. Oh, look at this. Oh my God, my face is sagging.
Sarah, stop it.
No, it is. Look at this. Shut up. So, like, all the contouring, all this stuff, like putting concealer under your eye. I never knew that. Like, what are you talking about? It made, like, the biggest difference in my life. So he, again, I'd say both of them are, like, legit teachers. They were teachers. They're professors in their industry. And I get why they get paid to do what they do, because they are the best in their industry that they're a part of.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
What about Eric Nicholson?
Who?
Eric Nicholson.
Oh, he was the magazine, right?
Yeah, he was the
beer,
judge on the panel.
I was a beer girl. I was going down market. So you're gonna vote me off? Remember? He was the one that told Tyra that I was going down market with the beer ads. So I don't. I'm no. I don't know much about him. He was one of the reasons why I was kicked off the show. No qualms. Yeah, I don't know much about him. Besides that, he just like cheapened me a lot on air.
Did you speak to him after the cycle?
No.
Oh.
No.
Where is he now? What is he doing?
I don't know, because I don't think the magazine's even around anymore. No.
Oh my God. Sarah, you don't play no games. You hear me?
I mean,
you don't play.
Is it around?
I don't know. I'm trying to see if I see him pop up somewhere. Does he have an Instagram?
Oh, no.
He has 3,800 followers on Instagram. Is this him?
No.
That's not him.
hope I'm thinking of the right person. If I'm not, I remember.
No, there was an Eric Nicholson.
Yeah. The small dude, yeah.
Is that him? Is one of these him?
Wait, I think that might be him. Yeah. I think so. In the white sweatshirt, if that's white.
That dude was a savage.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's still around doing stuff.
That's good.
And then you guys had, for the first time on Top Model, as a judge, Nigel Barker. Cycle 2 was his first season.
Yeah, I love Nigel. I'm gonna be real. I'm, as a photographer now, I literally follow his photography and I'll ask him questions because he's, again, somebody who just is brilliant at what he does. He was a model too first, and then he moved in photography. So, but I mean, he's a gazillion times better than I am. But I literally watch what he does. I look at the lighting. I look how everything's set up now, as opposed to as a model. When I was modeling, I couldn't care less. Just make me look pretty. Now it's like, all right, what camera are you using? What light source are you using? Is it natural light? Are you using a reflector? All these studio, like I'm literally watching. I'll freeze frame it. I'll take a screenshot so I can see like his setup. So another brilliant person at what he does. I love Nigel. I mean,
yes,
yeah, he's yeah, and I love his wife. Oh my gosh, Chris, I love her. When we were in Milan, I took so many photos of them. They're just amazing. Yeah.
What about Janice Dickinson?
Woo! I actually hung out with Janice after the show. She was crazy. She was where was it? We're in LA. And she was we went to dinner, me, Mercedes, and John Lovitz, the comedian. I don't know if you remember him. And but no, Janice is just a fireball. I feel like so many times these supermodels or ex-supermodels kind of don't want to leave the stage 100%. So it's just like a little bit over the top with how she acts. But there's a lot of stuff that kind of came out recently in the news, like about stuff. Like it was just like, whoa, Janice is in the news, and like
Janice was in the news?
Oh my God.
What'd she do? Tell me. I didn't know this. What'd she do? Tell me.
She was like one of like the Bill Cosby things and like all that kind of
stuff.
Right.
So,
so that was shocking. I was like, what in the hell is going on? But no, she is her own person. Like she's just a load of fun. Like just hilarious. Kicking her feet up on the table, shouting. She's funny.
And last but not least, Tyra Banks.
Oh, Tyra's the savage in a good way. So I looked at Tyra as somebody who I want to emulate in a business aspect, as a lot of us do. I remember her saying that she brought Top Model to a whole bunch of networks, and they all said no. They were like, no. And I think UPN at the time, they picked it up, obviously. But she's like, look, I got rejected 100 times with this show. Who's laughing now? Who's crying now? Like, so it puts in your head, don't give up after the first no. Like, you cannot give up after. And then me starting my own business, I was told no. I was propositioned by men. It was sick. It was like I put my heart and soul in my line, designing it, sourcing the fabrics, getting manufactured, like doing what I had to do. And I remember just feeling so degraded because I didn't know at that point if the men who wanted to invest, loved my product, knew I worked my ass off, or it was, I'll help you, but. So then you start really questioning who you are and what you have. And I know, so looking at her and knowing, I'm sure she went through that a million times, and where she is now is such an inspiration, in all honesty. Like for me, and she's a boss. People have, I know there's negative things said about her, or positive, negative. Everybody has their scale where I look at her as somebody who just went for it and just bulldozed her way through it. Not easily. There was a lot of brick walls in the way, but she got to where she is, not because she just sat back and said, all right, they said no, they don't like my idea. Okay, no. Next. Who wants
Keep it
my show?
going.
It's going to be a hit. My show is going to be a hit. Who wants it? Because you're going to be missing out. And look what happened. She has like, how many seasons? 30? Something.
23, 24.
Oh my gosh. I know. People say, do you know so-and-so from America's Next Top Model? I'm like, what season? Like season 20, 23. I'm like, no. I have no idea. I don't know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So no.
What are your thoughts on the producers of the show, the people who ran the show? Like, Ken Mock was there, all those people.
I'm going to tell you a quick story. It's not that quick. I love them. They're sweet. I love them. I mean, Ken Mock kicked, like, literally verbally kicked my ass one day. I called him because I, at first, didn't like the fame. I was not, in all honesty, it was mobbed. Like, it was police escorts. You know, I'm in New York City. I had cops rushing me into, like, the Dwayne Reed one time because I was getting mobbed. Like, it was just weird. Guys at the gas station whose wives made them watch. It was a very surreal, weird. We weren't really prepped for it. So I remember calling Ken Mock and talking to him. I said, Ken, I can't do this. This is too much for me. He's like, suck it up. You signed up for it. Now get it together. It was good. It was like a good kick in my little pants that you did this. Use it. Utilize it. Stop being afraid. You know, it was good. They're great. I remember, I don't know if April talked to you, but they were 9/11. So we were filming our thing on 9/11. And it was like, well, we were in 2003, so only 2 years had gone by since 9/11 had happened in New York City. I mean, there was still steam coming out from Ground Zero when we were at the Millennium Hilton Hotel. Oh, I was sobbing. Like, I had to do my interviews. Like, today, Camille and I went to the store. And, you know, those things where you have to speak in present tense and all this kind of stuff. And so it's interview day, and we're on we're at the 50-something floor, the suite, the very top floor. I'm looking out. There's a million people outside, media, thousands and thousands and thousands of people commemorating 9/11. So I'm sobbing. The producer's like, well, she's like, you gotta get together, Sarah. Can I have you crying on camera? I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, I'm looking at smoke rising still. Like, people just died here less than 2 years ago. Like, so she's like, I know, but get it together. I was like, okay. So I got it together. I'm in the middle of filming, and I'm like, so Mercedes did a shoot. We did a shoot today, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, the fire alarms go off. And then producers like, everybody's like, so me and Mercedes filmed together. Me and April filmed together. And so me and April looked at each other, and they're like, don't worry about it. It's fine. And I'm like, all right. And so we kept going. Then pretty soon it went off again. The intercom says, everybody needs to evacuate the building immediately. 9/11, 2 years later, New York City. So across the street from Ground Zero. So I start freaking out. I have 3 knee operations, which you knew from my Shake the Body video. I couldn't really do too much. And everybody's like, okay, everybody shove into the elevator. I'm like, elevator? You don't go into an elevator when there's like something going on. So we go to the elevator. We get down to like the 30-something floor. It stops midway. Production, me and April. And yeah, and the PAs and all them. So we're like, Anthony, I think Anthony Dominici was there, and he like helped, pull us out. And he's like, we got to run down the stairs. Now we smell fire. Now we smell smoke.
Wait.
It gets worse. So now we smell smoke, and I start freaking out. 9/11 anniversary, not across.
Sarah,
the
you
bullshit.
lying?
I'm like, holy shit. So we're
Sarah,
like,
this didn't happen.
So we're booking. I got 2 PAs wrapped around me, helping me because I'm limping down the stairs. I think April was helping me. So we finally make it down. There is smoke just pluming into the building. Like, just, you couldn't even see. There's a maid in front of us. She opens the door, fired. It just went, and then she closes the door, and she bolts it past us inside and knocks us over. Like, fuck this, I'm not going in. Can I tell you, this is like out of a movie. And we're just like, what do we do? So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the door opens, like this gleaming light, and these 2 like firefighters, FDNY firefighters come in, and they pick up April and and they take us in their arms. It was like music should have been playing, and they drop us in the middle of the Millennium Hilton Hotel outside. Thousands of reporters, thousands of people commemorating 9/11. Drop me and April in the middle, just us. It's all blocked off. Nobody can get through. So we're just in this massive space, and me and April like we're hugging each other like this, sobbing, like, oh my God! You know, you see the fire, you see the smoke. And then our names are supposed to be anonymous. Nobody's supposed to know who we are. This is still under wraps until press day in January. So this is all, we're still filming. I believe we are on the cover of almost every newspaper the next day. And Tyra was like, what in the world? So yeah, that was, so to get back, so production was like, after everything calmed down, they put it all out. I remember I forget his name, but he was like, all right, Sarah, are you ready? A couple hours later, he's like, are you ready to go back up? Can I cuss on here?
Mm-hmm.
I said, fuck you. I was like, I am not going back up there. You couldn't pay me enough to go back up there. Goodbye. So I didn't go back up. I don't think I did. And then when my mom got flown in to when we won that competition, the same producer was like, yeah, your daughter told me to fuck off when I told her to go back up there. And she's like, yeah, that sounds about right. That's my daughter. So no, that was drama. That is something that really never got talked about. Yeah. And so then after that, I had fear of elevators. I had fear of being high up in buildings. Like, I still do. Shut up. But yeah, I do. Like, I won't go up in the elevator without somebody with me.
Sarah, this happened for real.
Yes. And it was,
what?
At the end of the day, it was a basement fire. It wasn't any terror. It wasn't anything, you know, but of course it's still scary. You know, the day, I mean, it was 2 years. I mean, yeah, that's a real story. I still to this day try to Google though to see if I could find the newspapers. I mean, I don't know what I could Google to find it because I was never able to see like where our picture was. Yeah, sorry. That's a little story.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That is. Thank you so much for that.
That was. I mean, I know a lot of people are like, get over it, move on. But that was something that really scared me.
And they had to peel you out of the elevator.
So yeah, we got stuck in between, and then yeah, so that we had to like climb up onto the floor and then go down the stairs. And I believe like 30th floor, I remember. So we had to go from the 30th. We were on the 50th and went down to the 30th, and then we had to, you know, yeah. So that's good times.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get into some of these fan questions. A lot of fan questions for you about your time on Top Model, as well as your time after Top Model. I think honestly, probably the most questions I've ever seen for a contestant. Maybe more about their time after Top Model than actually on Top Model. Yeah. So I'm actually, this is going to be fun, and I just love how candid you're being. So I'm interested to see what comes out of your mouth next.
Sure.
Okay, here we go. So this is Evan Maxwell saying, I want to know if she still has the necklace Tyra gave out to all of the girls.
No, I don't. I do have the sweatshirt though, the zip black sweatshirt that has like the old logo on it, and I'm gonna keep forever with UPN on it. So I every time I've moved, I've never thrown that out. So no, I don't have Tyra's necklace. I don't know what happened to that.
Yikes. Okay. The Lost Levi is saying, I love Sara. Her reaction to girls complaining during makeovers lives rent-free in my head. What do you remember from Makeover Day?
I just loved how I looked. I was like, I came out exactly how I wanted. I got the blonde hair. I was long. I was sexy. Like, you did well. Shut up, shut up, shut up, you know, to the other girls. Like, come on. Get over it. But I know if I had my hair cut off, sure, I'd probably be crying too. But I was like, you know, I look good. I look, shut up. No. It was a little annoying. I just kind of feel like you sign, I'm always somebody who talks about, you know, being responsible for what you do and what you sign up for. And I get it. It's kind of traumatizing if you've never done something like that. And you know, you're chopping your hair off. But if you're about it, if you're a soldier and you're like, all right, I'm going to do what I have to do to win this, then chop it, shave it. Yeah.
Any any interesting behind the scenes stories from Makeover Day?
No, I don't. No, not that I can remember. Honestly. Okay. Yeah.
So this is Christy F17 asking, how was the intuitive advisor on episode 5, Susanna? Did she really read you like a book? How emotional was everyone's reading?
Ah, you know, I kind of, I take that kind of like, I mean, some of us, I don't really take those type of things seriously. I did it. I mean, it was kind of like I went with it just because I felt like I had to. There were a lot of us girls who, I mean, if you're Christian or if you're just like, you kind of like were taught like you're not supposed to believe in that stuff or that's the devil, you know, you can't, you know, stuff like that. So I think kind of like Yoanna, like a couple of us were like, all right, I'm going to listen to you. I'm not going to be judgmental. Maybe say a rosary, do something like that. But like, other than that, but I intuitive, yeah. I mean, let it go. My dad doesn't love me. I mean, my dad loves me. He's probably going to secretly. Yeah, he did. He secretly loved it at the end of the day.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. But he thought I was like a multimillionaire. I said, sorry to break it to you, Dad. I'm not. I can't give you any money. So, yeah.
Okay, that was actually my next question. Someone was going to ask, was she right about your father secretly loving what you did?
Sure. For sure. She was right.
Gary.Kelly125760 is asking, talk about your experience doing the Shake Your Body music video. The iconic, legendary Shake Your Body, Move Your Body.
What's it? I mean, that's a good song.
I love that song.
I love that song.
I love it.
It gets you up. It gets you. No, I still play that song. It was hell for me. I was crying to my mom like almost every night. The production had to get me really strong, strength. I don't know, Tylenol or something like that because I played basketball and volleyball and I tore my ACL and I had 3 knee operations. So doing all that jumping, doing all the tweaking of the knee and getting down. Yeah, I mean, I loved it. I ended up doing a bunch of Hype Williams videos. But in terms of the dancing and all that kind of stuff, my knee literally was this big. Like, I kid you not, you couldn't see it, but it was like a watermelon. And so I kind of had a feeling at that moment that it was my time was coming to an end just because I felt like I was kind of pulling back a little bit just because I could not keep up, you know. But the video looked hot. I mean, I loved it. I love the song still to this day.
Steph.Redhead is asking, what are Sara's thoughts on the whole feud between Camille and Gowana?
Oh, I think that both girls were just two very strong, opinionated people. Like, I feel like everybody kind of like, nobody wanted to like Camille. They took kind of Yoanna's side, but I think it was two very, very dominant women who just clashed. And they both, like, so Camille's more of an extrovert in terms of, I know what I want, I'm going to get it, I say it out loud, I don't care if you like me, this is what I do, I've worked on here, I went to Howard, I did this, blah, 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 blah. All right, whatever. And Yoanna was more of like stealth, like, she was almost the same as Camille, but on the low, like, I'm winning this thing. And I'm going to do what I have to do to win this thing. And even if it's on the, you know, quietly, you know. So that's how I view it. There are two very strong personalities that I believe wanted it the most, in all honesty. I do. I believe they wanted it the most.
Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
So Luar_Constantly is asking, how does she feel about being the first ever Sara on America's Next Top Model?
The first ever Sara? Oh.
Yes. There's been like a bunch of Saras.
It was great. Everybody, people always ask me like where my name came from, why I don't have an H or doing this and that. And, my dad and my mom they wanted a Persian name for me. But my dad wanted like a straight up hard to pronounce Persian name. And my mom was like, no, let's give her a Persian name that the Americans can understand and pronounce. So it's Sara, and it means God's princess. Sara, yeah, in Iran. And so my mom's like, God's princess. And then my real name is Sara Racey-Tabrizi. Nobody knows that. So my last name isn't legally even Racy. It's my mom raised me, so I took her name out of, honoring her. But it's Sara Racey-Tabrizi. I didn't learn how to spell my middle name until I was probably like 13. I was like, why?
Say that again. Sarah.
It rhymes. Sara Racey-Tabrizi.
To Love Today.
To Love Today.
To Love Today.
Yeah.
And then Tabrizi.
Mm-hmm.
Sara.
Louise. Well, I do Sara Louise Racy to Love Today Tabrizi. My legal name is Sara Louise to Love Today Tabrizi. But you could, yeah.
I feel like if you say that with strong conviction, you can teleport to the other side of the world like in no time. That sounds like an incantation, girl. I love it.
Yeah, well, it's embarrassing.
I love it.
I didn't know how to spell it until I was my parents didn't, that was rude.
So Lura_Constantly is also asking, did you go to Italy? Which you told us yes. What are some of your favorite moments from Italy? Memories that you cherish?
Well, Janash and I were roommates, and we got stopped by the Italian police. And we had to show them our passports. And I believe we had forgotten them. We were told by production, you take your passports. You don't leave your room without them because they will arrest you in Italy just because you're an American. Just for fun almost. And I said, bullshit. So I think we forgot them. And I remember 2 police came up to us and were like, show us your passports. And we're like, oh. So I said, our hotel is right there. Please let us go get them to your hotel. So they made us go back to the hotel, I believe. But yeah, I mean, those kind of things about my leather jacket that I still have to this day, that are absolutely Italian leather. No, that was it. Police. Milan is a very industrial. So I went to Milan, and then I said, okay, when I come back here, I'm going to Venice. I'm going to Rome. I'm going to do like all that kind of stuff. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Were you knowledgeable about the whole Shandy hot tub thing?
No.
Even being outside of the house, you didn't see it until you saw the show.
Until we watched, yeah. A lot of things I didn't see until I saw, like what Tyra said about, like I was like, what? Yeah, the Shandy thing. I was like, when did this happen? Like, what happened? So no, I did not know any of that until after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Christy F17 again is asking, what was her favorite photo shoot?
My favorite photo shoot was, I had to say, the Steve Madden shoot, because I loved I just loved how that photo turned out, and I love that they said very Brooke Shields 1980, and that's, like I said, I'm very retro. I love the 80s. I love that, and
right up your alley.
Like supermodels back then in the 80s and early 90s is what I grew up with, and so to be referenced to one of them was just kind of like a dream. My career's done. I've been compared to Brooke Shields. I'm done. Yeah, no.
I also want to ask about this thing too. I remember watching Top Model back in the day, and they did like a behind the scenes episode, and they talked about how Camille, in the cycle, like in the actual episode, they talked about how Camille's lip had got swollen on that black and white photo shoot. Yes. But I believe on one of the behind the scenes episodes, come to find out, somebody had got a spider and tickled it on her face, and it bit her. Yeah, guys watching this, don't y'all remember this being in one of the episodes that supposedly someone got a spider and tickled it and it bit her?
I know that one of the things was that she might have gotten bit in the mouth at night or something like that by a spider. I didn't know if somebody intentionally did it. Like,
hold on. I don't want to get nobody in trouble. Y'all watching that, is my memory wrong right now? Someone watching, help me out right now. I remember, or maybe someone was joking about it. It said they joked about it. Maybe my child brain just interpreted that someone actually did it. I don't know.
I don't know. I know she and Mercedes were kind of just like, Mercedes was giving her some funny jabs about it on set, but I had a feeling that somebody might have, are they coming in here, babe? Oh, no. I was like, that either she thought maybe she was allergic to something, allergic reaction, or somebody bit her lip. Somebody bit her lip. A spider bit her lip.
Everyone's saying it was April and Katie. They said, yes, April and Katie did it.
No. That's news to me. No.
Really?
There's no way they would. They are not like that. Are you? You know what's crazy, though? They got the tapes. Production has all the tapes. I mean, if you ever want to call anybody out, just roll the tape. Like, let's bring it up. You know.
I want you saying they got the tapes to go viral on the internet forever. That your tone of voice, your facial smell, it just sucked all the life force out of me. I can't even finish this interview. Guys, can we please make this happen? That was so beautiful just now. They got the tape. That was amazing. Sara, you are a key girl. I like you.
You're so sweet. I love you.
Okay, here we go. So, Allie, I don't know how to pronounce this, is asking, yes, Sara was one of the most genuine people on the planet. Legit curious how her knees are feeling. Are they still as bad, or has she found some sort of therapy or solution?
She's so sweet. My husband trains me, and like he's been working with me. You know, let's not get into fitness, but it was just all about me not doing what I was supposed to do. I went right into modeling, into 6-inch heels for almost 20 years. So, but now it's a lot better. No, I can't do a lot of stuff still. I can't go run. It's just like, I was being selfish.
How do you do cardio?
I do my Peloton.
What's that?
The Peloton with the screen and the spin bike, and you have a trainer that's like doing the actual class. So you got it's amazing. So it's good for people with bad knees.
I just wear workout.
I don't know
shit about it.
You're cute.
Oh, thank you.
And circuit. My husband's here giving me what I should be saying to you, and we do circuit training, and we lift. Shut up. You're crazy.
Come on, husband. Tell us. Plug it, husband. Come on, plug it. Thousands of people are going to see this. Plug it.
You gonna come over here and plug it? Circuit training. He's gonna come.
Man, look.
Okay, here we go. So I said, come here.
Sure.
So talking about Peloton. Peloton is great, but she's not telling you the real deal. Like, she actually does strength training. She lifts weights. She takes like a kettlebell. She does her Romanian deadlifts. She does her push-ups. That's an essential part of the workout as well.
Okay.
I don't feel like she's telling the whole story.
Shut
up. We like him. I'll
keep him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a random question. This is from Block Party Hero.
Okay.
I don't know shit about this, so I'm just curious to hear what you're going to say.
Okay.
So they said, can we oh wait, before I get into that, because I did do it in a specific order. Paxton De Silva is asking, did Tyra talk to you at all off camera post your elimination? Because your elimination was very emotional.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. She did a lot. So she called me in the hotel and said, look, I said, she couldn't tell me what she had said to me at the time on camera, which I found out when up air. Like, she's the only girl that can stand next to me, and Heidi Klum, Victoria Supermodel, all this stuff. Those things I will take with me for the rest of my life. I don't need a Wintown model. I had Tyra Banks tell me I was a supermodel, and I could stand next to her and Heidi Klum. Thank you, goodbye. You can take your little award and go with it. That's all I wanted, So she did call me and said, look, Sara, just so you know, I don't want you to worry. I am going to, I really believe in you with Sports Illustrated. Just know that, She's just like, just wait. I was like, okay. So as, once it all got done, Yoanna was a winner. Then, I got Maxim and Sexiest Girl 2004, I think, voted on, and blah, blah, blah. Then she got me my interview with Sports Illustrated, Diane Smith.
Aww.
So she was like, I have a girl. I can't tell you who she is yet because the season's not done. But she pulled me into the premiere in LA with Baby. We were just a baby fat red carpet. She looked at me and said, you could be in Sports Illustrated. You got what it takes. I'm telling you right now. She looked at me and she's like, you need to get into shape. You've got to get into shape. I'm going to be honest with you. Do what you got to do. And let's see what happens. So, I mean, those are things that she was telling me.
So
yeah.
Why was your elimination so emotional for you? Like, you were crying, Tyra was crying. Why? Like, what was going on in your head when you got eliminated?
I think, well, for Tyra, I won't speak for her. I think just kind of what we've discussed is like, she had real faith in me. I mean, after what she had said, and she really believed that I could possibly go further. For me, it was just like, wait, what? Like, that was just, but like I said earlier, when I was up against Yoanna, I had the feeling they wanted to keep her on. And so I had that, like, I think it was just more of like, it's real. Like, I'm off, this is my dream. This is what I want to do. And to have that end, because at the moment you think it all ends. You're just like, all right, that's it. I don't know what I'm going to do. But it was stressful because and then watching Tyra cry and coming, you know, that was even more emotional and all that kind of stuff. So it was hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still cry when I watch it. Is that crazy? Is that narcissistic? I'm like,
really?
I'm crying at myself. I don't like watching people cry. It makes me cry. So if I see you crying, I start crying. So if I'm seeing myself crying 20 years ago, I'm gonna start crying. I'm crying.
So you do top model, and then you have that moment, this emotional breakdown. How did you like rebuild from that moment and like start putting yourself back on a positive upward trajectory?
So when I got off, I got back home to Washington, because you have to do there's a certain amount of time before you can go sign with an agency. I forget what the contract said. It was 4 weeks, 2 weeks, or 2 months. I don't remember it. But I just bucked up and just did what I had to do. You kind of go back to your normal life. And then I sold everything. So I was going to go to New York and be a model before top model. So I had already, you know, I wasn't going to finish school. My aunt was the one who like put me in a headlock and was like, you're finishing your degree at the University of Washington. You got like 12 credits to go. You're finishing it. So I took summer class, got my degree, but then I sold everything. I remember a house in Seattle in Rainier Beach, then, you know, car, book stand, everything. I sold it just because I was leaving. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I sold, yeah. So I left, and I gained weight. I'm not gonna lie. I gained weight, and I really had to lose weight with the agency. They let me go. My first like a couple, maybe less than a year, they said, we gotta release you. You're not living up to what we had anticipated. I knew that. And so then I really took a turn to the other side, and I got skinny. I was a chain smoker. Like the one person who hated cigarettes was me. So everybody couldn't believe that I started smoking. Don't do that. And then barely eating. And so I got really, really thin. And I, you know, kind of like eating disorder, all that kind of stuff. Not like I didn't throw up. I didn't starve myself, but I mean, the other thing, if you know what that is. So yeah, I mean, that's basically what happened to me after the show.
Mm-hmm.
But then it
Right.
clicked. Then all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, this is not happening. Like I have no money. People recognize me, but I'm broke. And then for me personally, I went back to church, and I got over myself, and I just started like getting out of my own head and getting away from like certain people I was hanging out with. And then within maybe like 6 months, I was booking national commercials, and I was with Ford models and Elite models, and my acting commercial, the SAG, Screen Actor, like that blew up. I mean, that's how I was able to start my company, because I was booking a lot, and it was a blessing, and humble brag, but you know, I'm proud of myself because I almost gave up. Yeah.
That is so amazing. Congratulations.
Thank
that is
you.
Beautiful. I'm so happy to hear that. Honestly. Okay, so here's a random question I wanted to throw into the mix. This is from Blog Party Hero. They are asking, can we randomly ask her what her relationship is with Zachary Ty Bryan from Home Improvement? Because I'm hella nosy, and I didn't know anything about it. So I was like, well, let me ask.
Oh my God, I think there's no like relationship in terms of with some, because he was on TV. Like there's a few people that were kind of like, I mean, I would say D-list, but like we kind of like found each other. I'm gonna say there's somebody else too. No, it was just kind of like, oh my God, I was like, babe, this is the guy from Home and yeah. Improvement. I was like, that's not the guy from Home Improvement. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing really exciting. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, I think he was like, my wife loved you on the show, and I showed it. He had said something. We would love, and then they come to Arizona a lot, and he knew that we had we knew that we had a gym. I was like, yeah, for sure. And I was like, why does this guy look so familiar? And I showed Pierre, and he's like, hey, that's the guy from Home Improvement with Tim Allen and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, that's kind of how the relationship.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so this is BC215. Congrats on a successful modeling and photographer career. Your relationship with your dad was a part of your storyline. What were his thoughts and reactions to the show and your performance slash modeling?
My dad and I just still oh God, it's hard. I haven't seen my dad in probably over 20 years. Never saw him after the show. My mom raised me, so it's just kind of like I've tried to see him a few times. I wanted him to meet his grandson, and I'm getting a phone call. I'm not trying to put his business out there like that. So it's just I'm getting a phone call saying that his health is declining, and it's just weird. It's a weird situation for me, being that he is my dad. I love him, but not having that relationship with him, and not knowing never meeting my husband, never meeting his grandson. It's just kind of like, it's just a weird space, So I've tried to call. I've tried to go see him. He's basically like, I told him I was in California. I'm going to come and drive and see you. I'm so excited, Dad. It's been over 15, 16 years. And then he just disappears. He disappears and doesn't pick up the phone. I think I called 40 times on our way down from the Bay Area down to LA. I was calling and calling and calling and calling. I was like, all right, once we get off we're by here and he doesn't pick up, we're just going to, take a left and go to Arizona where my mom and stepdad live. So that's what happened. And I don't know. I don't know. It just sucks.
I pray it improves. I have a similar story with my own father, very, very early similar story.
Okay.
And recently he's come around. Recently he's come around. So I pray that you have that same ending and closure with that.
Yeah. I think one thing I tell my fans and people when they ask me questions, and you see it in my posts, so not to get too sentimental, I really want people to understand how short life is. And if people don't understand that, and it's like, you kind of go about your day, everything's so crazy. I mean, with COVID and all the stuff that's going on, politics and, divisiveness, and just, you kind of get caught up in your own world and trying to keep your business open in the day to day. And sometimes I tell people, I know it sounds so cliche to say life is short, but if you go meditate and you really grasp it and you say, holy cow, you have no idea. You have no idea. Even if you live, it goes by so quick, but you have no idea. And if you really understand that, I think you start looking at things differently. You look at relationships differently, You look at making amends with your family, even if they did you wrong, even if my dad was just horrible, okay, but what if you lose them tomorrow, Sarah? How are you going to feel, Anyway, so that's why I kind of tell people, just conceptualize how short life is, people. Yeah.
Life is short.
Sorry.
Life is short.
No.
We invite all that energy over here. Okay. So I'm grateful for you being transparent and sharing that with us and giving us that inspiring message. Yeah, thank you, honestly.
Of course.
Okay, so here we go. I think we're almost done.
Yeah, wait, my battery is on 13%, and I can't believe I'm using this much battery. I don't. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're fine. So this is from Jeffrey. Jeffy. He's asking, how was it being in Jamie Foxx's unpredictable music video as well as working with Hype Williams?
All right, so I have so much gossip. This is crazy. Oh, Lord. Oh, no, my phone. Okay, so, working with Jamie Foxx.
You have to move it.
Okay.
No, it's okay.
So he was filming, MTV making the video was there. Sorry, I'm so close right now, you guys. MTV was making the video, and so they were there filming.
No, you're fine.
And I met Hype on set, and we hit it off. Okay, this is crazy. Should I be telling people this? Oh my God. So I kind of had a manager who introduced me to Hype, who got crazy. And crazy, running me into the streets of New York crazy, hopping into cabs. You're not going anywhere. Thank you. This is so close.
It's kind of close, right?
But whatever. It's all good.
The manager or height?
Okay. I still look cute. So then I was just like, okay, he's done. This guy is psychotic. And he was Jamie Foxx's manager too at the time. And I got away from that situation. It's kind of like a control situation. I have so many stories like that. And then Hype was like, look, I don't want to deal with that. I want, me and Hype's relationship has always been professional. Like another person who is a genius, Hollis Queens, a genius of what he does. And I just love that passion. And he worked with me on I worked with him on a few videos, and we still stay in touch. He's just a dope person. Like, I'm asking him photography questions. Like, hi, how did you like this? I mean, what I do? Like, I got a shadow here. What's going on? So that's what's so great about him is he's there for you when you need him.
So
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's one of my last questions.
Yeah.
I'm so curious to hear what you say.
Okay.
So this is from Impossible Princess, and they want to know, what are your political views? And they reference a slight rant, Instagram comment rant that you did that I read, but I really couldn't get a gist of what was going on. So I was like, well, let me just ask her.
Do they know which one? Did they say?
It was under Jennifer Frost's Instagram post, and it was talking, and I think her caption said recount, and then it was in the comments. I don't know. I don't know, because I really couldn't understand what was happening, what was going on.
Okay.
But do you want to talk about your political?
Yeah.
Your political. Do you want to? Yeah.
Yeah. I am the most independent thinker you'll ever meet, and I say that with so much emphasis, because I think what is happening, I'm seeing so much vitriol and so much hate happening on both sides. Legit. I friends that don't talk to each other, family that doesn't speak to each other, and if you even agree with one thing on the Republican side, but maybe agree with the Democrat, or maybe disagree Democrat, agree Republican, and vice versa, or you agree with the Democrat and it's like, what? You're going against everything. Oh my God, you're canceled. And it's like, you can't even have a medium, there's no gray area anymore. And that's really where it just comes down, where everybody's so tribal. Everything is so, you're either here or you're there. That's it. You're divided, and that's it. And so that's where I'm the type of person no, you're not putting me in the box. You're not putting Baby in the corner. Is that what it is, Baby from Dirty Dancing? You're not. I refuse. I've never been bullied into doing or saying anything that I did not agree with. I think more people need to be independent thinking and say, okay, I don't have to just say this and do this because that's what I'm supposed to do. On either side, and that's for either side. I see it on the conservative Republican side where it's tribal. I see it on the Democrat side where it's tribal. So my husband and I are both like that. We're like, did you see this? Did you see what the Trump said? Did you see what the hell Joe Biden said? Did you see what they're doing here? Do you know my gas is now $350 to fill my tank? And we'll keep it real. Yes, it costs more money for me to get to my gym. But then, there are things on the other side where I was like, this is crazy. What the hell is he talking about? Why is he tweeting so people, and that's the thing with that. That's the thing about today, is people want to put you in a box. And I have no issue with her saying that or thinking that, but that's where we've come to. It's like, okay, let me find out her politics. Let me find out where she stands, so I can like her or dislike her. Yeah. And that, And so it's so automatically that is the prerequisite to liking somebody. And I honestly I'm over it. And I'll be the first one to say, I will never, see, I'm passionate about this. I will never be bullied into being one way or the other, because you're an individual. You have your own individual beliefs, and you stand strong and you stand firm. That's what you do. I have my own individual beliefs, and they change. That's what's so crazy, is they change, and you can think whatever you want to think. that's what made it. I could go on. So no, there's no like, you know, there's no category that I'm in terms of that. It's just kind of, you know, I call it like I see it. If it leans Republican, it leans Republican. It leans Democrat, it leans Democrat. It's just, you know, facts are facts, truth is truth, and that's it. You're a racist, you're a racist. If you're not a racist, you're not a racist. Like, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. Call it like it is. Sorry.
God damn it. Sara, what is the one thing that you're most proud of in your life up until this point?
My most proudest moment is giving birth to my son. And I know that sounds so cliche and boring, but I almost died giving birth to him. I literally almost died. So having him, and I'll just stare at him sometimes because like, I can't, you know, it's sad. I can't, people send me like birthing like when he was first born, and it brings like a dark memory for me because I knew what was to come of me in the emergency room, and like my family telling me after I was okay, like I thought you were gonna die, you know. So it was bad. It was really, really bad. So that is my first my husband has a client now, sorry. That was the proudest moment of my life.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing because I'm actually at my last question, which is, if you were standing before Tyra Banks right now, what would you say to her?
How do I make $10 million? What do I
know
need
that's
to do?
right.
No, like
shake your body.
I know, right? No, I would say I would say to her, teach me. Like, I want to know. I'm the type of person that doesn't expect anything given to me. I don't expect to be rich. I don't expect it. You need to earn it. You need to work your ass off to get it. I mean, I never had a silver spoon in my mouth. So I would say, Tyra, what are some basic business things that you did to get to where you are? You know, I want to learn. I don't want to hand it to me, but I want to get to that level on my own. So you always got to you got to talk to the people that know. You know, I'm not going to go to the guy down the street to learn about training. I'm going to go talk to my husband who's been doing it for 20 years and is training Diplo and, you know, Jonas Brothers and all those people, like Naomi Campbell, like talk to the professionals. Yeah. So
exactly.
I just name dropped. He's going to hate me for that, but whatever.
Yeah, it's okay. He'll be fine. Listen, Sara.
I know. I'm not reading the comments. I'm not reading the comments. So I'm so afraid to hear what people are saying about it. It's okay. Whatever.
Oh no, they loved it. I've been glancing at them. They've absolutely loved it, and I've absolutely loved it as well. This is freaking amazing. Like, you were freaking amazing. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for. I'm so happy this happened. Where can I watch it? Are you gonna post it anywhere?
Oh, it'll be. Yep, it's gonna be in the Oliver Twixt YouTube channel.
Okay, perfect.
I'll probably premiere it tomorrow.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna send it to my fam.
Listen, is there anything you want to shamelessly plug before you go? We know you have the the fitness companies, or anything else you want the people to know about?
Yes, Tyra, you said I could photograph you if I come to LA. It's about a 4.5-hour drive. I'm gonna photograph you. So that's it. Yeah, she said I could, so I'm putting it out there in the universe, and let's see if I can do that. Yeah. And if you ever, I just, you know, I would love to shoot you one day and, you know, do some dope editorial shots of you. Seriously, I'm already getting like some imaging that I want.
Where are you in the world?
We moved to Arizona.
Oh, Arizona. You know what?
Okay, go party.
I may be coming to Arizona this summer. I may come to Arizona this summer.
Oh, come.
Yeah, I know a guy that owns a house there.
Okay, so I'll shoot you. I'll do some sick shots.
Ooh. Yes,
No,
this makes me excited.
Okay, set it up.
Yes! Oh my God, Sara, I have enjoyed you
too.
So freaking much. Thank you so much for spending time with me
and
sharing your stories, sharing your memories, your heart, all those things. This has been so freaking great.
Well, congratulations to you too. You're doing great. So you should be proud of yourself.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Everybody, give Sara a round of applause for giving us an amazing live chat on America's Next Top Model Cycle 2.
Bye, you guys. Bye, sweet.
That was freaking amazing. That was Amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed that chat. Listen, as I said before, the video will be uploaded to the Oliver Twixt YouTube channel. That's TWIXT, where you can watch this chat. Is Sara number 89? Or is she 88? Is she 89 or 88? 89 or 88? I don't know, but you can watch almost 100 chats of past top model contestants, judges, and talent, talking about the things. Listen, I love you guys. I told you guys I have a chat lined up every day up until next week, Sunday or Saturday. So y'all bitches better hang on tight. And until then, be sure to pray and kegel as well as cackle. Pray, kegel, and cackle, honey. Bye, y'all.